For centuries, bats have been the focus of countless myths and human misunderstandings. Blind as a bat, creatures of the night, they all carry rabies, vampires, just to name a few. Bats are creatures of the night, and they spend daylight hours in dark, mysterious places like caves and mines. They emerge at dusk and disperse into the darkness and return to their roost before dawn. This secretive lifestyle adds to the mystery that is the life of a bat.
I call bats the Rodney Dangerfield of wildlife because they don't get any respect at all, and they really should. Bats are a fantastic, exciting creature to study. Our bats in the southeast are all insect-eating bats, and they are nature's way of insect control. They'll just eat a prolific number of insects in any given night.
There is an effort underway in the southeastern United States to survey and monitor native bat populations. Leading the way in this effort are state conservation departments, the U.S. Forest Service, and the Southeastern Bat Diversity Network, or SBDN.
SBDN, or the Southeastern Bat Diversity Network, is a working group type organization. It's a nonprofit organization. And basically all the bat biologists from the Southeast realized that in order to really get some good work done, we had to collaborate and communicate better. So we formed the SBDN, and it's like I said, a nonprofit group dedicated to conservation, management, and education on bats.
Each summer, SBDN chooses a location of interest and really focuses their efforts on that area. Over a period of several days, an enormous amount of information on area bats is gathered and analyzed. This intense effort is referred to as Bat Blitz.
Well, the Bat Blitz is an opportunity for professional biologists and people interested in bats to come together for a short time and do an intensive survey of a small area. So we're here on the Bankhead, which is about 180,000 acres, and we have about 60 experienced bat biologists, and we're going out and surveying bats to determine what species we have on the forest and what kind of habitat they're using.
The Bankhead National Forest is located in Lawrence and Winston counties in northwest Alabama. Here in this vast forest, 13 different species of bats can be found.
This part of Alabama, this northern part of Alabama, is just absolutely amazing because you have so many different habitats and ecosystems coming together in this one particular region. You've got some cave-type topography coming from the north. You've got coastal plain communities coming from the south. There's all these different types of habitats, and when you have all these different habitats coming together, you have great diversity of animals and plants, and in our case, obviously, bats.
The Bat Blitz in itself is loosely organized through the Southeastern Bat Diversity Network, which is a pulling together, an organization, an umbrella over all of the bat biologists really in the eastern United States. Each year they pick a target state and a target forest within that state to go and intensively focus on the survey of bats in that area. This year it's Alabama, and this year it's Bankhead National Forest. And of course the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, being our natural resource agency in the state, are very excited to have this here.
Of the 13 known species found in the Bankhead, there are 2 endangered species, the Indiana and the gray bat. These species are known to spend the winter hibernating in caves. Bat Blitz hopes to learn more about these species' summer habits.
Indiana bats in particular hibernate in caves in wintertime, and during the summertime they actually use the forest, they use the trees. And so if we have Indiana bats, particularly with flightless young, using the forest during the summertime, that has a potential to impact our management.
In Alabama there are 2 endangered species, the gray bat and the Indiana bat. Bankhead National Forest contains 2 of the 4 known caves in Alabama that have hibernating Indiana bats in it. So that makes these caves and this forest a very special place for the preservation of this endangered species.
It is known that bats are ancient species that predate cats and dogs. We know bats are not blind, and we know all bats do not carry rabies, and that some bats are vampires. They just don't live on this continent.
There's lots of different ways that we can look at the positive benefits of bats. The 2 big ones that I like to talk about are the direct economic benefit of bats. And in many parts of the country, bats are an integral insect control agent, and it's been shown that without bats we'd be paying millions of more dollars in pesticides and other ways of controlling insects that the bats are doing naturally for us. So there's a direct economic benefit. But then also the other thing I like to talk about is how they're an integral part of the ecosystem. Just like deer, quail, or songbirds, they're part of our natural ecosystem, part of the natural system, and without them, that system could perhaps come crashing down.